And I'm back with another one for y'all, man. Today we about to get into this whole gay pride thing. I know, it's that time of month. Here we go again, guys. But let's get into it.
Why do we have to have a month?
The reason why is because it's people like you who don't understand why we really have it.
The LGBTQ plus community has over half a calendar year.
I don't like the flag. I think it's a piece of idiocy. I don't understand why it changes every bloody week. The gender-affirming care movement, Nazi, Auschwitz level awful.
You shouldn't even be giving that airtime. He says loads of nonsense.
Well, you say loads of nonsense. I don't deplatform you. How many men have ovaries?
I have no idea, Piers.
I ain't gonna lie though. This white boy right here be saying the most wildest things. I mean, like, bro, the one thing I gotta respect about it is that, hey, yo, he takes this liberal, like, LGBTQ thing 100% serious. If you tell him, so what? You gonna let Mike Tyson claim to be a woman and fight women in boxing? He's like, yeah, he identifies as a woman. Yeah, he can do that now. And it's like, all right, bro, you said 10 toes on this. Ain't nothing I can say to you.
Not in that situation.
No men have ovaries.
Well, a lot of you on this panel believe that there is only one type of woman, which is cisgender women.
Are there different
it's
types
not
of black
included in the
people?
conversation.
Or is black just black?
Ernest, if I now identify as a black man, am I a black man?
Yeah, there's different type of women. Bro, that's crazy. Like, y'all just can't say the fact that there's different type of women. I'm like, no, I just can't go with the fact that I know there's only one type of woman. And you're trying to tell me there's different types. That's what's getting me.
Why are you conflating race with gender, Piers?
I'm just asking you a question,
thing.
Ernest. Am I a black man if I say I'm a black man? Mothers, fathers, armed forces veterans, fallen soldiers, women, patron saints all have one thing in common. There's one calendar day per year held in their honour. Quite right too. There's always been a source of some confusion to me that simply being gay or part of the LGBTQ2+ community entitles you to an entire month. I'm of course referring to the holy month of Pride, which mandates 30 days of revelry in honour of, as I say, the LGBTQIA. My apologies to A's. -2SL-plus community. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm God though. I don't know what's going on. It's the LGBTQIA plus because you just can't have enough crazy ass identities. Just can't have enough. Apparently y'all out here just freestyling, so that's why I gotta add the plus. But
well, what that means, but I'm very happy for everyone to lead the lives they want. And admittedly, after reading that aloud, it all makes a lot more sense. Or does it? Clearly there's a day for every letter, but the serious point here is that this kind of enforced celebration of sexual preferences is, I think, becoming a little bit counterproductive. There are many millions of people, myself included, who couldn't give a damn what you do behind closed doors, or frankly, in front of open doors, and would rather not know about it either way. I don't care. Why should they be browbeaten and shamed into thinking they're bigots if they don't go on with enforced month-long celebrations? This is what happened when Adele called out a heckler who reportedly shouted, "Pride sucks."
What was that? Did you just say pride sucks?
What?
Did you come to my show and just say that pride sucks? Are you stupid? Don't be so ridiculous. You got nothing nice to say, shut up, all right?
Charming. And here's the problem with that for young Adele, who was effing and blinding at somebody who paid presumably very good money to be at that concert of hers in Vegas. It turns out the man didn't shout "Pride sucks" at all. He shouted "Work sucks," to which most people probably would have agreed with him, including, judging by the whining that she's been doing since she got the gig in Vegas, Adele. But maybe he's employed by the BMW marketing department, which has been busy fielding complaints this week about another recurring Pride problem, corporate hypocrisy. The car maker dutifully changed its logo on social media to reflect the Pride rainbow, keeping with many thousands of...
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that got me heated. When BMW did that, and that's like one of my favorite cars, bro. When they did that Pride Month thing where they had a little rainbow symbol, I was like, come on, bro.
Yeah, that was wild.
The pandering, bro, y'all don't gotta do all that. Y'all BMW. Gay niggas are gonna drive you regardless. Like,
Not gay niggas going regardless.
The virtue signaling corporations across the Western world. The followers in the Middle East, where homosexuality is commemorated rather differently, got the plain old blue and white. After a backlash, BMW posted, "This is an established practice at the BMW Group, which takes into consideration market-specific legal regulations and country-specific cultural aspects."
Hey, shut
Well,
up.
there we have it then. These companies don't care about gay rights. They're not making a stand at all on any principled level. They're just adjusting their virtue signalling to amplify their virtue so they can sell the maximum number of products in any particular country of the world, regardless of what that country actually thinks about things like homosexuality. And it's a very unhappy...
Yeah, them putting a transgender woman as a spokesman for what? Or a brand ambassador for Bud Light. Yeah, that was stupid as hell. Like, yeah, y'all should have known what was going to happen. But the whole industry of beer is all put under one company. So if you go one company to the next one, even if you protested, trust me, the same people still got your money regardless. You may have went to Modelo's, but you'd be surprised who owns all these companies. You'd be very surprised. Man, shout out BlackRock and the rest of them.
marriage of Dylan Mulvaney and Bud Light shows. They will drop the cause like a flaming hot potato if it costs them money or there's any kind of backlash. Now, I fully support LGBT rights. I can only remember those four, so apologies to the rest. I always have. And I don't need a rainbow on my cereal box, credit card, sandwich or beer to prove that. And I certainly don't need it for a month. In a moment, we'll debate all things pride with tonight's pack.
Bro. Hey, yo, to have that shit on your cereal box, man, it's on your milk carton now. It's, as soon as you open Google, they throw it in your face. As soon as you open social media, it's right there. Bro, it's all about them for an entire month. Actually, you know what's crazy? It's been all about them all year. It's just that they go from 9 to 10 on our asses now. So it's kind of funny to think that, bro. We discuss these topics all year round. When is it not Pride Month in my eyes? When are these people not causing a scene or making things about themselves? Like, let's be real.
Esther Krakow, James Barr, and Ernest Owens. But first, returning uncensored is Riley Gaines, whose new book appropriately is titled "Swimming Against the Current: Fighting for Common Sense in a World That's Lost Its Mind." Well, Riley, great to have you back on Uncensored. How are you?
I think that's the girl that lost to Leah Thomas, the girl that just came in, dude, that was like 200th in the world in men's, but now she's the top in the world in women's, and I don't know why, but that was just no surprise. Like, of course he was gonna go ahead and like outswim all y'all. Man, I don't know what y'all was thinking.
I'm doing great, Piers. It's great to be back on with you, so thank you.
Well, listen, you know, you're one of my heroines out there because you fight what's often been a very lonely battle against this kind of woke nonsense that's been happening, certainly in the sport that you were so accomplished in. Tell me the premise of the book.
Yes, it was a whirlwind. To be able to add author to my resume now is crazy. But the premise of the book, look, of course, a little background on me, what it takes to be an elite athlete, something that I think a lot of the people who are ultimately making the decisions, making these rules don't understand. More depth and count of what we went through at that national championships in regard to the unfair competition and the locker room. Of course, the silencing that we faced. Again, something I don't think a lot of people understand. Why so few have been willing to put their name and their face to this. How we got here.
Nah, can you honestly imagine, like, bro, like, guys, can you honestly imagine us in the locker room, bro? We all just got done with a sporting event. If you play sports, you know how to get in the locker rooms. We're all damn near naked. Come on, man, we're guys. Can you imagine just a naked-ass girl just strolling her ass through there, using our lockers as if this is okay? Like, you would literally sit there like, bro, if you don't get your ass up out of here, that's what literally happened to them, except they got silence about it. Because Lord knows if a girl did that, you know, one of us is going to head out there before we stop done being a pervert. We're going to head out there and tell somebody. But in their situation, they couldn't even tell nobody. They're talking about a grown-ass dude who just has a wig on, just walking in there in full swing in front of a whole bunch of women. It's like, dog.
The trajectory of where we're going, and what we as everyday people, common sense human beings who intuitively know that men and women are different, what we can do to combat this movement.
It is extraordinary to see what's happened in sport, but I do think that the woke worm is turning. I am beginning to feel like the silent mass majority are beginning to rise up and say enough of this. This has to be sorted a different way. When you see what's happened in swimming, in sprinting, in any sport that requires a fairness and equality around size and power and speed, which of course is determined largely by biological sex. It's why we separate the sexes for the Olympics, for example. I do feel the tide's turning, pardon the pun. Do you feel that?
100%. I feel more hopeful now than I have felt in these past 2 years since I've taken this stand. I think parents are waking up. I think coaches, female athletes, medical professionals. I think your everyday person who otherwise maybe would have considered themselves apolitical.
Bro, and I made this argument a while ago. Like, I would be so pissed if I had a daughter, bro. Imagine, bro, if you had a daughter. Imagine how pissed you would be if your daughter trained her ass off. You done put all this money into her sports. Damn near, you know she's the best woman in the goddamn state. Because you done put all this money. You done made sure she put up to practice every single day. Just for one day, these motherfuckers to change the rule, and now some dude could walk in and just dust everybody. So all that hard work that you put into your daughter and all that good stuff, it's just down the drain. It means nothing no more. It's like, that's all I'm saying. This whole transgender women in sports. Well, let's not talk about them personally. Let's talk about them in sports. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It is unfair to women. Actually, it's low-key just stepping on women's opportunity that's crazy that feminists aren't on top of.
Probably people who thought this never would impact them, their families. They're understanding now that no one is immune to this movement. It's infiltrated into all levels, whether that's corporate America, whether that's academia, of course, within our government, our media, what have you. And they're understanding it's up to us as everyday people to call out the hypocrisy and push back. So, yeah, I agree. I feel very hopeful at this point in time.
What do you feel about things like Pride Month? I mean, like I say, I support the LGBT community, always have done. But I find this whole idea of a whole month being set aside for celebrating Pride. I'm like, why? Why do we give one day to veterans?
One day to celebrate one of the 7 deadly sins is a bit crazy, though. I always brought that point up. It's like, wait, isn't Pride one of the 7 deadly sins? And we're taking out a whole month just to celebrate it. Like, does that not strike like weird to anybody else?
Of world wars and a month to gay people, for example. No harm intended on Mr. Barr here. I'm sure he'll be responding in kind too. But I have no issue with James and his sexuality.
Thank you.
But why do I have to celebrate it for a month?
I should say no issue with yours, Piers.
Well, yeah,
but I would rather you didn't ram it down my throat all the time.
There's no danger of that happening. But I just wanted to... But to be clear, there's no straight month, right? There's no celebration of my sexuality or ramming of anything down people's throats. But Riley...
I ain't gonna lie. It's funny because the gay dude set him up for that one. That was funny.
Before we all lose the plot here, how do you feel about enforced virtue signalling, where if you don't go along with this, then you're kind of lambasted as a bigot? We see it in all sorts of different ways. I remember with the George Floyd murder happened, a horrific thing, which I wrote and spoke about a lot, about how horrific it was. And it had to affect real change, which it did. But that day when everyone was told to do a black square on their Instagram for a day, and I just didn't want to do it. And
Hey, surprise, surprise. I'm a black man and I didn't do it.
Instead posted a picture of myself in my local park with a bottle of rosé and got completely annihilated by people who felt this meant I must therefore be a racist. And I was like, no, I spent all morning actually debating this on television. I wrote a column about it. And then I fancied a glass of rosé, and I fancied exercising my free speech rights to post a picture of said bottle of rosé on my Instagram. And yet I literally had my kids ring me, my sons.
I ain't gonna lie. And if you did, fall for the whole George Floyd hoax, then I ain't gonna lie. You felt very offended by that as a black person. It's like, hold on. Police brutality happened, and you don't want to honor George Floyd. You're not going to bend a knee, or you're not going to go ahead and put that black square up. Like, all of a sudden you actually care now. It's like, bro. Man, look, we all should knew something was up. We all should knew something was up from the get-go. For some reason, some guy dies who's an ex-criminal. We glorify it. Well, the LGBTQ women make money off it, and then they give it to LGBTQ, organizations. Yeah, it was all one big scam. Let's be real.
Who were being bombarded with abuse. What is your father doing? Why isn't he doing the black square? And I feel the same about the backlash that comes with things like Pride Month. It's like, if you don't go along with all this, somehow you must be homophobic, which I'm not. Your thoughts?
Right. No, I totally agree. I just want to know what posting a black square on Instagram, how that helps quite literally anybody. And yeah, to your point, Piers, look, the Pride movement, it's not just one day, it's not just 1 month. The LGBTQ plus community has over half a calendar year.
Now that is a very fair point, though. It's like, well, what did posting that square do for George Floyd's family? It did nothing. It did nothing but line the pockets of the BLM. That's all it really did. So you posting that black square was really just free promotion for BLM to get donations. None went towards George Floyd's family. Ain't that crazy? You fell hook, line, and sinker. But don't worry, though. We all did.
Year in days. There's Trans Visibility Day. There's Asexual Awareness Day. There's Gender Fluid Day. I mean, I can't even keep up. And yeah, it's not even about that these days exist or that they're divisive, I think, in their true nature. The problem is, just as you said, the backlash, the risk, the threats that we face if we don't participate, or even if we dare to question this. And again, it's in every single realm of society. This has seemingly overtaken the public square. And I think the same sentiment you had, what people do behind closed doors, by all means, that's the beauty of living in America, in my case. That's the beauty of where we live.
Of course.
But I don't want it to cost my taxpayer dollars, and I don't want to be forced to support this. Because as a Christian, I mean, I don't.
Oh, shit. He's as a Christian now. Yeah, well, we all know the Christian views on this. We all know the Muslims' view on this. Probably only one or two other religions they could run to and, I don't know, probably be accepted in. Probably.
Support it. But that doesn't mean I want to infringe on someone else's rights. Just as I don't want my rights as a woman infringed upon.
Well, let me play a clip before we come to the rest of the pack. This is Jordan Peterson who's gotten to a furore over his video about Pride, where he says a sexually narcissistic movement headed for a fall because it's been taken over by the radical trans lobby. Let's take a look.
There's a real tinge of narcissism, sexual narcissism, a trans-pushing, gender-affirming butchers and liars primarily target young people whose most likely outcome on the sexual front is homosexuality. I don't like the flag. I think it's a piece of idiocy. I don't understand why it changes every bloody week. And I think the surgery, the gender-affirming care movement, I think it is Nazi Auschwitz level awful.
Whoa.
Mr. Barr.
What on earth is that closeted gay man wearing?
Yeah, I even gonna lie. Damn, Nazi level though. Yeah. But in what comparison? He'd have to explain that one to me.
That is an abomination. That is a...
Oh, wait, and doctors, well, I guess scientifically, I'll use the word, scientifically mutilating people. Yeah, I can see how that's Nazi Auschwitz level. Because what did Auschwitz do? Yeah, he did human experiments. This whole sex change thing, I would like to see as well. Yeah, human experiments. We're trying to see if we can change one gender to another effectively. And, well, surprise, surprise, well, we failed. Be real with you, no. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Unless you want your makeshift for JJ to be growing hairs that's going to pretty much, I don't know, stab you for the rest of your life. Well, if that's what you're into, then yeah, go ahead. But if not, then I'm going to tell you right now, yeah, it don't work.
Crazy load of absolute bullshit. I'm sorry. That is insane. How dare he say that about Auschwitz? Gay people were killed alongside Jewish people and disabled people in the Holocaust. That is disgusting, Piers. That is disgusting. You shouldn't even be giving that airtime.
Well, he's a very famous guy.
Yeah, but we shouldn't be listening to what he thinks. I mean, he says loads of nonsense.
Well, you say loads of nonsense. I don't deplatform you.
No, I mean, I do
don't
agree
say
with you.
that.
I agree with you, James. Wow, that drawing likeness to Nazis and Auschwitz is a bit extreme. However, he does make a valid point that
Well, he was talking specifically about
the butchery of gender affirming
That's
care.
what he was talking about.
I'm sorry. There is nothing
That's a better
positive
word.
about basically castrating people and chopping off their breasts and their sexual organs to try and affirm anything other than deep psychological distress. And I think that's the point he should have made instead of comparing it to Auschwitz, because it doesn't always have to be compared to Auschwitz. That's a very touchy topic.
Everything that's been said here so far, I could write an essay about it. I have so much to say, and it's difficult to just respond to literally all of the insane things that have been coming out of your mouths over the last 10 minutes, to be honest.
What was insane
It would
about
take
anything Riley said?
I do find behind closed doors
Hang on, what was
quite
insane about
offensive.
anything Riley said? This is what Riley
Listen,
thinks.
can I just
Hang on.
reply to Esther first?
You
Because
can.
I don't want to
Everything
disrespect
Riley ever
Riley's-
says, people like you go, it's insane. And when I
No.
say, what is it she said that's insane?
It's a great
Do
question.
you want to move on?
No, I think what she said about how she doesn't agree with it, but whilst also saying,
Do you respect it?
I don't. Well, that's not really
She doesn't
supportive,
have to
is
agree
it?
with you.
It's not supportive.
She doesn't have to.
All right, so back in the day, it used to be, all right, cool, you gay. I may not support her. I'm gonna let you do what you do. Now it's, oh yeah, you gotta support me, you gotta praise me, or yeah, you're not really, LGBTQ or aligned or tolerant or whatever they want to do it. Because I'll be real with you, I don't believe in the whole homophobia. I believe in, homo intolerant. Let's just call it that. You're homo intolerant. Because that homophobia is crazy. Who's scared of gay people? Like, let's be real.
Why does everyone need to support
They
something
don't.
that
They
even
don't.
benefit?
But let me just try and make one single point,
It's
if I
not
can.
compulsory to
please make a
support
point.
anybody.
It's not. It's not that these concerns that Riley raises aren't important, or that women's safety isn't important. All of that is important. And what happened to Riley, it's an important story that we should listen to. Everyone should. And the left shouldn't be attacking you for that. That literally shouldn't happen. No one should be attacking anyone. We
Okay.
should listen with empathy.
Yes.
But
Empathy.
I think the issue occurs when we look at abuse rates in America for women, right? It's 1 in 3 women that are abused by men in America. You haven't commented on that. You haven't commented on abortion. You haven't commented on so many things. Trump discussing that it's okay to grab a woman's pussy. You don't make comments on those issues. And those issues are affecting more women than a trans woman in a changing room, because they want that.
Hold on there, man. Like, yeah, you might want to dial it back there, G. Dial it back there. Hold on. That is, no. Trump saying those things, like him saying that, and a man actually committing actions is 2 different things. I think actions have always been more powerful than words. So you saying that is wild. That's crazy as hell to say that. Like,
That many. There's only 700,000 trans women in America.
So because
they can't
Riley-
all be abusing women, that would be insane. They'd be busy.
All right, I'll let
oh, there's only 17,000 of them? No, that's cap. That's cap. There's no way there's only 17,000. There's 17,000 goddamn in each state, maybe. But 17,000 trans women in America? Wait, are we talking about biologically, like they went through the surgery and all that? Because that I could possibly believe. Because, be real with you, even the broke transgenders don't even, like, believe in that surgery. That's why I like to call them the broke transgenders. Because they weren't able to pay for the surgery. So they broke.
Riley answer that herself.
There's a reason why.
Go on,
There's a
Ernest.
reason why for this, though. The truth of the matter is that, thank you. The truth of the matter is that there's always this conversation about the woke group, the far left group that's pushing an agenda. But we got to be real about the people like her who's pushing a far right agenda that oftentimes is
She's not
fixated
far
on
right.
coming after people of color,
What are you
coming
talking
after
about?
queer
Far
people,
right.
and also.
Of color coming after, like, so here's the problem. This is what kills me. Why, when people come after gay people, y'all gotta tie it into black people? Like, bro, y'all kill me with that shit. Like, bro, stop it, bro, please. LGBTQ, the whole gay thing is not part of our culture. Actually, I would like to be the first as the black delegation to be like, no, that's not part of our culture. Never has been. It's been adopted into our culture for some wild reason, and for that,
you stupid.
But please, bro, stop trying to tie it every time. Stop trying to tie us into it. Like, it kills me. It kills me. Like, look, if you want to insult gay people and you feel offended, that's cool. But don't try to bring us into like, oh, now you're hurting women and colored people. Like, no. You was talking about y'all asses, not us, just y'all. Like, you ain't got to group us in there with y'all.
also pushing an agenda that excludes.
Ernest, when did Riley Gaines
what
be
do you
far
mean by woke?
You
You don't even know what woke means.
Hold on.
You don't even know
Okay,
what
that's
woke
fine.
means, right?
That's
It's
fine.
rhetoric.
Can I
It's
just ask you a
rhetoric.
question? Can I just ask you a question,
And
Ernest?
that's fine.
Hold on, Ernest.
Right?
Can I ask you a question just to clarify because I'm none the wiser? Define
Sure.
far right. What's the definition of far right?
Far right are people that are pushing homophobic, transphobic views, misprescribing, misdefining terms such as woke. None of you all seem to really know what woke means, but you like to use it.
I wrote a book about it.
That's not.
So, all right. So you're pretty much saying being far right is pushing, well, anti-LGBTQ. Okay. You know what? I can kind of agree to that. I can kind of agree to it because they're hard right Christians. So if you're far right, you're a hard Christian, means you're not really going with it. So I agree to him on that one. And low-key, I kind of think it's a little bit needy because y'all been getting out of hand. And Dave Chappelle made the joke long ago. Y'all need to watch yourselves because, like I said, these things can be taken away any day.
So if you're going to use
I literally wrote a
Just
book
people you
about
disagree with.
I'm going to call
That's
you all
far right to you.
far-right
People you disagree with.
conservatives.
Wait, see,
Like, you
okay,
calling me
hang on.
No, it's the same thing with
Hang on.
left. Anybody you don't agree with, you call woke. So if you're gonna call anyone
You're the
you don't
only
agree with
person who
woke
has said
or
woke
extreme or
this entire
lefty,
time.
Yeah,
then
literally. I
I'm
don't even know
gonna
what that
call you
word
all
means.
names.
Who has said woke?
I'm gonna call you
Let
all
me say
that.
something.
It's the past tense.
You say that I'm
Like I
a
said.
far-right homophobe. My response to that is saying that men can identify as women and lesbians who don't want to date these men who identify as women. That is homophobic. You are using lesbians as your political pawn, and that's sick. Lesbians don't want this
Riley, you've just come out with that
Right,
from
so
nowhere.
why are
That
you
wasn't
calling a
anywhere
political
near-
pun?
That wasn't
Why
part
are
of
you
this
calling it a
discussion.
political
Where's that come
pun?
from?
Because he called me a homophobe, and I'm sitting here saying I'm fighting for
Well,
the
I
sex-based
think
rights of lesbians,
We
of
get
women.
emotional about this, and we're right to.
Get
because
emotional about a lot
you're
of things.
discussing our
Why,
rights. and it is
how do you
upsetting.
conflate? How do you conflate?
Hang on, don't-
how do
What you mean? Like, y'all got rights. Y'all have human rights. Like, what is gay rights but human rights? We gave y'all rights already. What else do y'all need? Like, I really want to know. Like, we can't just kill you for being gay no more. Sorry. We just can't unalive y'all for being gay. Like, now, I don't agree with the premise, but that's what people used to do back in the day. And people used to stand on that side with it. So, we got y'all that. We got people to pretty much stop calling y'all the F word. Like, what else do y'all want out of us? Like, god damn, we done gave y'all a lot. And y'all ain't gave us shit but problems and more problems.
you
Please don't
conflate
talk over each other.
transphobia
Hang on,
with
hang on.
fighting for
Ernest,
women's
hang on.
rights?
Don't talk over each other because otherwise you can't hear what's going on.
Yes.
You see, James, it's interesting because you show zero support for Riley's
That's
campaign.
not actually what happened. I just showed some support.
I'm talking about her campaign. You want to campaign about everything, but she's actually chosen the one that has directly impacted
No,
her
my
life.
question is,
No, hang
why
on.
aren't you
I haven't asked you
concerned
the
about
question.
that too? Well, let's
You-
ask Riley if she
I'm
is
about
concerned
to
about
She
that.
ask
hasn't been
you.
hit by a man, James.
No, I'm going to come to that, but she's not here to talk about abuse of women. She's talking about the infringement on women's rights to fairness and equality in women's sport, which she herself has personally suffered from, right? Now, you have shown zero support for
That's
any
not
women
true.
like Riley Gaines.
That's not true. I just said it's an important
literally
story.
said
that
in
we,
sport-
I literally said it's an important story that we need to
last
listen to.
week you
That's
said
what I said.
last week.
Piers,
you
I literally just said 2 minutes ago it's an
I
important
may
story.
say, if
that
I
we
may
need to
remind
listen
you,
to.
I know a week is a long time in James Barr's memory lapse,
But it was over a week because she's been on holiday.
Last week, I had 3 days off. Last week, you said that the Olympics should be gender neutral.
Well, I still think it would solve a lot of problems.
It would solve zero problems.
It would solve so
And
many.
that's-
Hold on. The Olympics should be gender neutral? Hold on. So you're saying the best of the women should be able to compete with the best of the men? You think that's going to be fair? You know what, man? Fuck it, man. Run it. Run it. No, let's just give them what they want, and when everything blows up in their face, we'll just sit there and laugh. Like, that's all we can really do. Because at this point, man, bro really thinks that it's a wrap, bro. Ain't nothing else could be said. We might as well just go ahead and let them have it. Like, all right, go ahead, run it. Let the men have all the medals throughout all the sports. You know, women might get archery or, I don't know. Yeah, y'all might get archery. Probably only gold medal you might get.
shows, and my point, and
I'm not a sports
Let me bring
commentator.
Riley-
I don't know sport.
Oh,
but I'm
come
telling
on,
you, I think we
James.
should listen to Riley's story. But
On God, though, if you so gay and happy, like, well, why do we gotta support it? Like, can't you just be gay, happy that you're affirmed in yourself, and that you have rights to do this? You have the freedom to do so. Nobody can say nothing. No. Apparently, there has to be some shame about it that you feel inside the way you need somebody to support it. I'm just saying.
My issue is not the story or the concern. My issue is that it's the only concern. And then when we drill it down,
it's literally
and we
her
say,
campaign.
What do you think about abortion rights in America? What do you think about what Trump says? You don't want to comment on
What
it.
do you think about the Uyghur Muslims in China?
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's her truth.
What have you tweeted about the Uyghur Muslims? You haven't.
About
So you're a bloody hypocrite. So be
I'm not a
quiet.
hypocrite, but I'm saying
Not everyone
that's
has to do every
why
camp.
I'm
This is
trying
the-
to explain why the
Sorry,
left
here.
get upset.
All right,
It's
fine.
because
Yeah,
we're
let
looking
me
at it
bring
and
it.
going, the only thing you're bringing up is trans.
Let me bring in Riley. Let's try and get some
That's
order
fine.
here. This is
But here's
exactly
the
my...
issue. The
Ernest,
hypocrisy
wait a
is-
moment,
the
please.
hypocrisy
Wait
is-
a moment, Ernest.
Yeah.
Riley, here's my point. We've just seen right there the hypocrisy.
It's not
Right there. Right?
I'm
Is
trying
that-
to explain.
When I say to James Barr, why don't you talk about Uyghur Muslims oppression? Well, why should
don't you
I?
talk about Uyghur Muslims?
Why should I? I do.
Right.
Why should I? He doesn't... But
Now that is a problem though. It's like the problem with the gay community is like they kind of don't stand up for nothing unless it's about gay rights or transgenders. It's kind of weird. It's like, well, don't y'all stand for anything else? Like anything else the gay community stand for besides, I don't know, gender affirming and I don't know, like sex, like gay sex. Like there anything else y'all stand on politically? Like I'm just asking, personal question, like for real.
he wants you to talk about all these other
I don't.
issues.
I am trying to explain why we get upset. It's because we look at it and we go, why is J.K. Rowling only concerned about this one thing?
She's not only
really
concerned about
women?
that. She
And
tweets
why-
about a lot of stuff. Let me bring in Riley. You've been very patient
I think it's
listening to this.
entirely
Riley.
disingenuous to say that this is the only issue that I care about. I spend majority of my time advocating for this issue, but that's not to say that I don't speak on other issues. A big campaign of mine and what I am advocating for now is women in prisons. Women who are most of the time victims of domestic assault, domestic abuse, to which your point, I will say any form of sexual violence, any form of domestic violence that women face is entirely wrong and should be denounced, and those who commit it should be criminalized. But a large push right now is for fighting for these women in prisons, incarcerated women. They still deserve sex-based protections and their rights too.
It always comes back.
Oh God, man! Hey! I heard in female prison, man, they don't catch your ass slipping with a broomstick. So, hey, they may not have the strap on, but they got the broomstick for your ass. Like, you better stay out of jail, women. That's not nowhere you want to be, man. Then you gotta deal with a big old butch girl, and she's about what, like 5'10", about got a good 250 pounds on her. She damn near a walking nigga in that bitch. But no, she's a woman, and you there with her.
There's one issue which only affects less women than the major.
Does that make
No,
it
it doesn't make it wrong,
But that
and
was
it's
the point I
okay
was
that
making
that's
earlier.
wrong.
Let me bring in.
Explaining
All
why
right.
we get upset.
Right.
Don't talk over each other. Ernest.
Right. Yes. The point I'm making is that that's exactly the point I was trying to make earlier, is that while she cares about other issues that are very important, and I agree with her on several of those issues, she's being platformed only when it comes to particular issues that are divisive, that are transphobic, that do not
They're
show
not
the full nuance
transphobic,
of her
Ernest.
explored interest.
It's not
And so that's-
All right, what's the definition of transphobic at this point, though? Because it's like, man, bro, I thought homophobia just covered all y'all, but now y'all got transphobic. And like I said, I don't really believe in the whole phobic part, because the phobia pretty much means it's a fear. So nobody really fears transgender people or gay people. We kind of just have, like, some people have an intolerance towards y'all. And that's what we like to call it. But for some reason, y'all want to frame it as people are scared of y'all for some reason. Which is wild, because, ask y'all, y'all the victims of everything.
Motivated to think 6 foot 4 inch
we're having a
biological
conversation.
males
Why is
should
this
not be
conversation
competing
being
against
conflated
women.
with Pride Month? Why is this being conflated with Pride Month, Piers? Why?
It's not been
Why is she here
conflated.
talking about? Why is she in the conversation around Pride Month?
She wasn't. She was in a conversation about
Why?
her book, which then led to a conversation
Right?
about Pride Month.
But she's talking.
Hold
But
on. So because it's Pride Month, and it involves a transgender person, she can't talk about it. So for the entire month of June, we're not allowed to talk about any of the atrocities that community pulls off in our faces because it is Pride Month. Man, so they're pretty much trying to control our speech for the entire month of June. Well, ain't that something? Like,
she's also.
you know what? Just because that guy said that, I think I might be doing the gay segment almost every week now this month. But see, 4 episodes, 4 more going in. I got you. I got, bro. I got him.
In a
Pride Month
conversation about
affects
Pride Month.
every
Why is there a
single person.
conflation there?
Pride Month affects
because it goes aligned with your far right agenda.
Why you're bothered. She's not far right.
That's the issue that we're talking about on the panel.
I think he's talking about
Ernest, let me ask you. Ernest, why do we have to have... I want to ask Ernest a question. Why do we have to have a month of Pride?
Go ahead.
Why?
Because the reason why is because it's people like you who don't understand why we really have it. It's not really about sexuality. It's about allowing people who are like myself, who don't feel like they're being represented or being protected in a world and society where people...
Bruh, no, you can't say that, bro. You're killing me. Like, you killing me. There's no way. As a gay black man, like, dog, right now, you're probably the most celebrated thing in media right now. I'm not trying to hear no victimhood from nobody who's, well, gay at this point. Because whenever y'all talk, I get put to the front of the line. Oh, if you're black, god damn it, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You got the LGBTQ cheat code. You could damn near say whatever, do whatever, and nobody can check you on it.
People like Riley gets a platform to spew misinformation.
What's the misinformation?
Representation.
What's the misinformation, Ernest?
The misinformation about gender.
Tell me one thing she said. Tell me one thing she said that's wrong.
Weaponizing transgender people.
Tell me one thing she said, Ernest, that's wrong.
That is just the biggest.
Ernest.
And I just said that.
Ernest.
And I just said it.
I think it's
I want you to correct one thing she said that was wrong.
Can you hear?
Yeah, answer me.
So, transgender people's existence does not threaten the existence of women.
No one has said that. Nobody said that.
But it is the vibe, though, isn't it?
No.
I'm weak as hell, though. He said, nobody said it over there. The other dude like, but it is kind of implied, though. It is kind of there. And I'm like, you know what? I don't really disagree. Yeah, it does threaten the existence of female sports, female prisons. Like, I'm gonna be real with you, of female privacy in general. It threatens female privacy. I'll just say that, because think about it. Now y'all able to walk into the women's bathroom. Like, that's wild. Like, yeah, y'all shouldn't have been. We shouldn't have ever let y'all cross that line. As soon as we went there, after that, I low-key should have been able to see y'all getting into female sports if y'all could be able to get into the bathrooms. If y'all could invade and violate their privacy on that level, then shit, everything else was just up in the air at that point.
It's the vibe of this whole debate. It is, though. That's definitely the vibe. I'd say that's the vibe of your whole channel, actually.
Ernest, nobody has ever said that. No one said that.
It's the vibe.
I support trans rights, defense, and equality. You cannot think of a single thing. All right, I'm asking you one more time. Tell me one thing Riley Gaines has said, this far-right lunatic who's lying, apparently. Tell me one thing she said that is actually factually untrue.
Please.
Like I said before, trying to position
can't answer,
and over-index transgender people in sports. I said it again. Over-indexing the role of transgender people in sports as if it poses a threat to cisgender women. That's BS.
But does it not? Does it not? Like, can we not just all walk in there and just not become, like, what, world champion next day? Like, if I walked into female boxing, I guarantee female wrestling, I promise you, I'm going to be the world champion. I'm going to be top in the world. I promise you. It's going to be easy. So, then these are what these guys are doing, and they're doing this with the malicious intent of doing so. Bro wouldn't have went to the female league. Leah Thomas wouldn't have went to the female league if he did not know that she was going to get up there. If she did not know she was going to get first place. She knew it. Bro, don't you think she looked at the numbers of the fastest woman and been like, yeah, I'm 200. The 200th dude has the best time than the fastest woman in swimming. Like, bro, it's the same thing in track. Bro, the 100th best in the world in track will have the better records than probably the top 5 best women in track. Like, I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. Like,
yes. Ernest, why aren't we seeing women infiltrate into men's sport?
Yeah, of course we're not.
Bro.
Because they can't compete.
Y'all wouldn't do it.
You don't see any trans men going in.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like there's a true malicious intent because, bro, women wouldn't do the same because they know better. It's just like, yeah, I'll be destroyed. But, yeah, us guys moving into y'all's, oh, we know we're going to dominate. Like, bro, we literally go in there with the premise of that, oh, yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Who gonna stop me? Who is gonna stop Leah Thomas? Who gonna stop a male MMA fighter or in the female division? Like, who gonna stop that person?
It's a men's sport, do you? Because they can't. They'd lose.
And I don't.
Ernest,
I'm trying to figure out what are you trying to say.
What everybody trying to say is that, yo, these transgender men is low-key doing this with a malicious intent, in my belief. And I think in everybody else's belief, because they're only doing it off the fact that they know that they're better than women, that they know men perform better than women. I'm going to say this. What was that tennis? Serena Williams even said that, yeah, low-key, a dude probably in like what? The top, maybe like 100. Probably the dude who's 100th, maybe 50 in tennis could beat her. 50, number 50. There's 50 other dudes better than this guy, but number 50 can beat Serena Williams, who's number 1. Well, or maybe it's that black Japanese woman. I don't know. But either way, number 50 from the dudes is going to sweep them every trip.
There are no trans men competing at a high level in men's sport.
Women.
It doesn't happen.
No, let me not go there.
No,
Doesn't exist.
trans women are not.
No, I want to hear
Hey!
this. Does not believe.
Hey, she said it, man.
That transgender women are women.
Because they're not.
Right. And
They're
there you have
not.
it.
For the love of God.
I don't think we should get into
They
that
are not
because
And there you have
honestly, I
it.
find
And for
offensive.
please,
Hey, I love to hear it, bro. I love to hear it. People standing on business.
Phobia is here.
Please stop
There you
abusing
go.
women by calling us cisgender. Women are just women,
Bro.
right? Anything else.
Hey, that should hurt my feelings too. You're a cisgender male. I'm like, bro, no, I'm a male. There is no cis, no nothing. There you like, I don't know whatever prefix you want to put before it, but no, just male. I don't know what the cis and all this other good stuff. And then cis though, really, CIS. Man, but it sounds like SIS, like really, this shit sound about feminine as hell. You're calling me a cisgender male, like that shit sounds just weird. Like, I just don't even like the way it sounds.
Else
So
you can
see how she
add on
said
the
abusing
embellishments
women?
to it.
So she does not
that
she
doesn't
does
make
not
you a
consider
woman.
trans
I can't
women
believe we have to have this
women.
You know where this
and
takes
she
you,
considers
Ernest?
abusing.
Ernest.
These are far
Ernest.
these are far right
biological reality is
Ernest,
far
you know
right.
where this?
Is that it?
Here's where
Hey,
this might.
Ernest, if
Hang
I'm
on,
a transphobe,
hang on.
then you are a misogynist.
And you're
exactly.
complaining with
It's-
Pride Month.
That's complete nonsense. The Ovarian Cancer UK.
So defending
Hang on,
transgender women
Ernest,
and
keep
defending
quiet for a
women
moment.
overall is putting you in a
Ernest, please
position
stop
to call it
talking.
misogyny.
I'm reading something.
I love you, Ernest.
The Ovarian Cancer UK tweeted today.
Love you too.
Did you know that anyone with ovaries, regardless of gender identity, can be at risk for ovarian cancer? Let's rate.
Do you know that anyone with ovaries, regardless of gender identity, can be at risk for ovarian cancer? Let's raise awareness by asking, can men get ovarian cancer? God damn it, just like can men get pregnant? Bro, can men be females all of a sudden? Like, bro, let's stop the bullshit. No, we're not born with ovaries, okay, women? I don't know what they're trying to tell you in biological class, but it's a lie. We do not have ovaries. Like, bro, we cannot get ovarian cancer. We can get testicular cancer. We can get prostate cancer. Those are mainly exclusive to males. But ovarian cancer, yeah, that's all y'all. I'm sorry. Y'all just gonna have to take that one to the chin, man. But think about it, I only named the one to our, like, what, 2? Like, come on now.
Raise awareness by asking, can men get ovarian cancer? James Barr, men can't get ovarian cancer because men don't have ovaries. What is a leading cancer charity doing asking this stupid question?
What are you doing attacking a charity?
Because I think that is attacking women.
Why are you attacking a charity?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because a woman then actually messaged me who has terminal ovarian cancer, who says the idea of being on a tiny ward with somebody identifying as a woman next to her who actually has a penis and is a man, right, fills her with utter horror.
Because of all the nonsense and fear-mongering
life.
that this platform is creating.
No, she's a woman, doesn't want to be around men.
Listen to me.
When she's dying.
Yeah, that's the only problem, though. Like, they never want to hear about the other side. Like, all right, well, what about the people that's kind of uncomfortable like this? Oh, they're all bigoted. Yeah, they're homophobic. It's like, yeah, like, you know, forget them. They're far right. Far right, bigoted, homophobic. It's like, yeah, they just pretty much use all the shaming words. Oh, yeah, misogynist as well. They'll throw every word on you just to say, oh, well, why even care about what makes them uncomfortable? Do you care about what bigoted people make uncomfortable? You should care about what makes bigoted people uncomfortable. It's like, well, you shouldn't care about what makes bigoted people uncomfortable is what I'm talking about. It's like I said, they don't really care about what we think or what we got to say. They're just going to do it and then demand that we support it.
Piers,
Listen to me.
Piers.
In an ovarian
Here's a
cancer.
question.
If
I have a
I
question
decide
for
to
you.
drink,
I have a
oat milk,
question.
that doesn't mean that actual milk is no longer is being threatened. Okay,
He's
and in
not
this
gonna
case,
get
this
that.
charity want to raise
He's not
awareness
gonna
about
get that.
maybe
Piers,
1%,
I got a
if
question
that,
for
of
you.
people that could suffer from ovarian cancer.
So how
that
many men?
aren't-
Okay, let me ask you. How many men have ovaries?
I have no idea, Piers.
Piers.
I'm
No,
not in that
how many?
situation.
How many?
But they
Hold
put it
on.
in their tweet.
It
If you read
doesn't-
it
that doesn't
properly, it
matter.
actually says
No
what the
men-
statistics
Not
are.
gonna-
No
It
men-
does say.
Piers.
No men
Piers.
have ovaries.
Well, according
no
to
women,
a charity
I
that
have a
work
question.
in
It's
this
simple.
field,
no
they do.
men
So why
have
don't you take it up with the
ovaries.
charity?
No women have.
It's a mind control. They're trying to pretty much brainwash people into thinking that, well, men can be women. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get reputable places to be like, oh yeah, it could happen. It can happen. Well, we all know.
Nope.
If you got common sense, you should know damn well that that's an impossibility.
Nope.
But some of y'all are so delusional that y'all just feed into it because, well, you want to be part of the LGBTQ so bad, so bad.
Penises.
But according to the charity, who I think probably know more about ovaries
on.
than you do,
They
because
clearly
you aren't a
don't.
woman, Piers,
They
neither
clearly
am I.
don't.
Sorry, look, you know so much about women. Your wife took a 2-week break from you, so I don't know why we're listening to you talking about
What?
women constantly. Can we just get back to the
Damn,
fact?
whoa. I'm sorry, but like, damn, G. You had to bring the wife into it? Like, let's dial it back there. Cause
Charity that
question.
work
It's
in this
simple.
field,
No
they do.
men
So why
have
don't you take it up with the
ovaries.
charity?
No women have penises.
But according to the charity, who I think probably know more about ovaries than
on.
you do,
They
because
clearly
you aren't a
don't.
woman, Piers,
They
neither
clearly
am I.
don't.
Sorry, look, you know so much about women. Your wife took a 2-week break from you, so I don't know why we're listening.
damn. Like, yo. Why he had to sing so low? Like, bro, he just hopped on some bullshit. Like,
I'm about to end this man's whole career.
like, goddamn. He said, you know so much about ovaries. Is your wife took a 2-week break from you. That is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Somebody cut that man's mic.
Listening to you talking about women constantly.
Damn.
Can we just get back to the fact?
Do you see my nigga's face after that? He is, bro. Bro, Pierce's face right now. I could tell that hit. That one hit right there. I don't even know. And then he's gonna keep talking after. That's crazy. Oh, that's crazy, bro.
Fact that they are trying to help someone.
My
That's
wife did
all it
what?
is.
Did you say?
Didn't you have a sabbatical from each other?
It was actually a lot longer than 2 weeks.
Was it?
Yeah.
How
I
long was it?
recommend it warmly. I wouldn't mind
Okay.
one from you. Let me bring Riley back in. Riley,
Oh
this is
my
the trouble.
gosh.
When you ask
It's
specific
very
questions,
obvious- it's very
Ernest, stop
obvious that
shouting.
Everybody, the conversation is clear.
Yes, go on, go on,
okay,
Ernest.
so I got to be quiet. But
Go on, Ernest.
ahead, Ernest,
in a
go
nutshell, the larger point I'm making here is that the reason why I'm saying transphobia is because it's clear on this panel that a lot of you on this panel believe that there is only one type of woman, which is cisgender women, and anyone else does not.
Well, shit, man. I'm just one of them believers. Fuck it. I'm one of them believers. And it's just only woman. Ain't no cisgender. But, like, god damn it, man. That shit's just so frustrating, though. The cis part. That's what hurts my feelings. Cisgender male, cisgender woman is just, it's ridiculous. And cis, like, really, bro? Why you gotta make a straight man sound feminine? That shit crazy as hell. Why can't I just be straight? Like, come on.
not prescribe to that definition for you all.
No,
And in
here's
my
what-
opinion,
no,
that
no.
is transphobic.
Here's what I
you only
believe.
believe that
Let me
cisgender
answer,
women
Ernest.
are women, and everyone
Okay,
else
are there different
is
types
not
of black
included in the
people?
conversation.
Or is black just black?
It's called diaspora.
That's
You
because
don't know that?
because black
Caribbeans,
is just
Jamaicans.
black. Just like there is no such thing as cisgender and transgender. There are just women. You can embellish your titles whatever you want.
Why are you conflating
and walk
race
down the
with
street
gender?
in a
Let
me ask you this, Ernest. Ernest, let me ask you this.
Women are
Why are you
women.
conflating race with gender?
Hang on, don't all shout. Ernest, let me ask you this. If I now identify as a black man, am I a black man?
Bruh.
Why are you conflating race with gender, Piers?
I'm just
It's not the
asking you a
same
question,
thing.
Ernest.
That's intellectually dishonest.
If I identify...
That's intellectually.
Well, isn't being a man saying you're now claiming to be a woman when isn't that intellectually dishonest? Like, I would think you're low-key trying to play everybody for an idiot at that point. Like, all right, bro, you obviously got the beard and all this good stuff and hair, and you're gonna tell me straight to my face that, well, you're a woman? Is like, yeah, aren't you insulting my intelligence at a certain point? Like, let's be real. Well, ain't that funny?
Dishonest.
Maybe, but it's a question you don't want to answer, isn't it? If self-identity is limitless,
Because
I'm
race
now
is
a
not the
black
same
man
as gender.
called Ernest.
Because race
Am
is
I?
not the same as gender.
Am I a black man if I say I'm a black man?
Say it again.
Am I a black man
Listen,
if I say I'm a black man?
You can be.
Am I?
No, because you're a
Okay.
white man. Because
Thank you.
it's race.
So you don't
because race
respect
is not
my
the same as
rights
gender.
to identify as a black man, do you? Do you think it's ridiculous?
I'm weak.
You can identify as a black man. You can identify as a black man, Piers, but I know you lean on white privilege more than anything else.
Okay, but just to be clear, you wouldn't respect my
So don't
rights
even
to
be
identify as a...
dishonest.
You don't respect my rights to identify as a black
he
man.
had
In
to
fact, you
bring
think
that
it's
into there.
ridiculous, don't you, Ernest?
You could. You.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie though. When black people, man, look, we gotta stop following. When we debate white people, we gotta take this out the argument. No longer saying white privilege. When we say white privilege, honestly, it just makes us look like a victim. Second, it is that's arguing dishonestly. If anything, you just want to bring white privilege or anything, because then they can say, well, black people kind of got a privilege in media now. Now you can say there's male privilege all of a sudden. So let's take all privilege talk out of debate, please.
Piers, you could if you wanted to. And the reality is
Would
that
you
in
respect
society,
me,
a white
Ernest?
man like you
Would you
can
respect me?
identify as black
Would you
and
respect
not,
me
and not
and
be
refer to
harmed
me as
in
a
the same
black
way
man?
that a transgender person would.
Would you respect me and refer to me
Say
as
it
a black
again?
man? Would you respect me and refer to me as a black man? Yes or no?
Probably not.
No.
Thank you, Ernest. Okay, let's move on to something else. This is...
The point is
no,
so
no,
low.
Ernest,
Like,
you had
that
your
is
chance.
the
You had your
dumbest
chance. Ernest, you had your
example
chance.
No, I ain't gonna lie, bro. He kind of cooked with that one. He kind of cooked you with that. I ain't gonna lie.
Obviously,
on,
you wouldn't accept it because I'm not black.
You didn't even post a black square.
I'm not a
Piers.
black man. But you know what?
you
Let's move on.
didn't.
Let's move on to some
You
other
don't want to be a
lunatics.
black man, Piers.
Let's
You
move
don't
on
want
to.
to be black.
All right, calm down, Ernest. Let's move on to Alec
You
Baldwin.
don't want to be black, Piers.
I want to move on to Alec Baldwin and one of the most grotesque promo videos.
I ain't gonna lie, the point went completely over my man's head. That is the main problem. It just went over his head. He just focused on what? White supremacy.
I think, in reality TV history.
Went over his head. He want to focus on.
Hi, I'm Ilaria Baldwin.
And I'm Alec Baldwin.
And we have an announcement to make.
Good God, no.
No, definitely not. We're done having kids. This is about our show.
We're inviting you into our home to experience the ups and downs, the good, the bad, the wild, and the crazy.
We say we are the Baldwins.
No, we are the Baldwins. We all gotta say it.
Here we are.
My
One,
name was
two,
Thomas.
three.
We are the Baldwins.
And we're coming to TLC.
So I have two thoughts too. We're going to be quick on this debate. I have two thoughts about this, Esther. One is, I thought these two really were concerned about privacy.
Yeah.
And here they are now putting cameras onto their entire family 24/7 for a reality show. And secondly, he is about to take part in a criminal trial about the fact that he shot a gun at a woman who then died.
Yeah.
I just think on every
Anyway,
level, this
though,
is
that's
grotesque.
off topic. That's off topic. Anyway, though, man, let me know y'all thoughts and comments in the chat, man. Don't worry, I'll be right back with another one for y'all, man. We about to get into some political stuff, man. I done hit y'all with a lot today. Well, in the past couple weeks. Man, this is Seth from saying